A date which will live in infamy.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
We'll light our country and all who serve it, and the glow from that fire can truly light the world.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Read my lips. No new access.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Morning, Sunday morning.
What difference at this point does it make?
You once again gave a non-answer. Joe Biden gave a non-answer.
Trying to answer you
the
now.
American people deserve it.
What are we talking about? Come on, man.
Police officers feel unsupported by city government as they work to handle a homicide rate that's doubled this year, say people with deep ties to law enforcement. NBC4 talked with Betty Schwab, who was a Columbus Division of Police officer and trainer over her career of 35 years of service.
What is the feeling among the officers that you know who are going into this summer when we typically see that bump up in crime?
They are expecting it, but they are apprehensive. They're frustrated. And most importantly, they're very disappointed that they feel like they're being put out there knowing that violence is going to rise, because it typically does in the summer, and there's no one that have their backs. They feel like they're just put out there, they're told to do their job, but yet they're strapped as to what they can do. So yeah, just very frustrated, sad, maybe even to the point that they can't do the job that they really like to do. But I think the main thing was that they were disappointed because they don't feel like they have support.
Let's talk about what's going on in the courts right now in terms of handling the cases. You said this is one of the places where officers feel a lack of support when we were speaking previously.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been directed, obviously, that, if they arrest someone that is not of a high felony, I would imagine, that they are just getting a slap on the wrist and they are getting turned right back out onto the street. So if they arrest someone for loitering or, suspicious person, maybe they're trespassing, whatever the case may be, aside from actually murdering someone, those crimes are not being punished to what the extent that they should be. So we've got these criminals committing crimes and then being let out, and maybe the officer will see them again the next day. It's very frustrating for them.
At the moment, we're looking at a new chief again.
They are hiring from outside the division. So we have no idea what type of person that new chief is. Before they would hire, they would just promote a deputy chief to the chief's position, and the officers have had years of experience with that deputy chief, or at least they knew them. So they kind of knew their style, but this is totally different. They're hiring from outside the division, so I think their opinion is of whatever it's going to be, what the mayor and city council want, and right now that probably isn't a really good thing that the officers are thinking, because they are not getting the support from the mayor or city council. So they're just thinking it's just going to be another chief that's of the same opinion and mindset as City Hall.
You can see kind of the arc of history of policing in Columbus probably better than a lot of people can. Mm-hmm. What moment are we at?
The officers want to do their job, and that's been kind of steady. That's been the same throughout history. It's just how they are allowed to do their job and the tools that they are given to do their job. Back in my father's day, it was billy clubs and, a big long flashlight. Then we moved to like PR-24. Now, we have a smaller baton and mace and the taser. But now those non-lethal weapons are being more or less cramped and shut down. And I guess I just don't know how, when we have a large gathering and it becomes unsettling and even to the point of being a riot, I don't know how those officers are going to control those people. I truly don't. And I think that they are wondering how they're going to control those people as well. It's one thing to dictate how they do their job or how they patrol or how they handle things. It's another to actually be there, be in their shoes, and be able to do it and see exactly what it takes to control an angry mob. And I think the city hall and the mayor and the lawmakers are just kind of putting it out there. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't use this. I think they've limited their use of mace. Or pepper spray. So they're thinking, well, how are we supposed to control this? How are we supposed to do our jobs? So yes, it has changed dramatically, obviously. And right now, I don't think it's changed for the better, to be honest with you. I think they've taken so much of the officers' ability to do their job away from them that they're just sitting around thinking, well, how am I going to do my job? It's really sad. It really is, because the ones that are going to be hurt are the community. And so I think to build that confidence back up again, the mayor is going to have to, number one, say, I believe in you. I have all the confidence in the world in you. I think you're a great department. This is what I don't want to see. Now, see how you can work that into your training or whatever. But he wants to dictate everything that they do, and that's just not a good thing.
After the interview with Schwab, NBC4 asked Mayor Andrew Ginther's office about whether he supports Columbus Division of Police. A spokesperson said Mayor Ginther does support police officers. He also supports reforms. The two are not mutually exclusive. For the full statement from Mayor Ginther's office, visit NBC4i.com and read the full article. For the digital team, this is Cynthia Rossi on NBC4i.com.